Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Talk It Out podcast. This is our very first breaking news episode. Um, everybody kind of probably knows what we're going to be talking about, but before we do, hit the like, comment, share, subscribe as usual. Shout out to NV Streams as our sponsor. If you want streaming services for a cheap price, get every channel you can think of. Go hit them up. It's all over our Twitter and obviously up here in the top right. You can hit their website up and go tell them that Adam, Steven, and the Talk It Out pod sent you. So, all right, brother. So I'm scrolling Twitter, right? I'm scrolling Twitter.
That or TikTok.
Yeah, it wasn't TikTok. It was Twitter. I had to give a few shout outs for some new subscribers today, so that was cool. Appreciate you guys. And I come across I don't remember who was it, Rappaport or Schefter. One of them. I think it was Schefter that I sent you.
Schefter was the original.
Yeah, that that says this: Brady unretiring back for 23rd season. And I sat there and I looked at it. Man, I honestly looked at it for like probably a good 2 minutes, and I'm like, is this really happening? Like we were all prepared for football without Tom Brady. Like we all were. Like we talked about this at work, on Twitter, other people. I mean, it was all over. What's football going to be like without Tom Brady? And then what's he do today? Pulls the ultimate Favre slash Jordan slash some other players, and decides to come back to the Bucs and play quarterback again. So I did see some odds. They went from 20-1 to 10-1 now to win the Super Bowl. They went from 10-1 to 5-1 to win the NFC. So what that tells you is one, even though Tom Brady was 45 years old, he's still a valued NFL quarterback. But we wanted to hop on here and kind of just talk about it. I kind of want to hear your comments, Stephen, what you think about it. I'll give mine too. But it's very I don't know if I'm as shocked as I thought I was gonna be because did my first thing was, did you think he was really done? Like
No.
honestly, 100%. Did you think that he was gonna go out like he did?
Less of going out like he did and more of kind of how it went. Like felt very rushed, felt
Yeah.
very odd with him. And then the entire time he's never really like one, they kept saying he never filed the paperwork,
Mhm.
you know, and two, he kind of kept hinting that how I would feel in a few months, how I would feel. Now it's only been like a month,
Right.
and he's already like done with this, man. I'm done with this,
Yeah.
not playing stuff. But I'd be interested. I think one of the things that's interesting for me trying to look at it is this his last year, like where you get like that final hurrah,
Mhm.
where that's kind of this is the end of it. And the odds jumped. Yeah, it's Tom Brady, but also, man, they were sitting there with Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
Like we heard rumors
Yeah.
that they were inside the sweepstakes
Jimmy
for like a
G.
Deshaun Watson
Jimmy
or
G.
Jimmy G or
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, before the trade with the Commanders happened. They were looking to, replace him.
Right.
The other part that interests me too is it's a little earlier than I thought. I thought he might not want, like the OTA, the training camp stuff. But then also you sit there and go, Tom Brady's probably like the ultimate teammate. He always has been. And so he
Yeah.
wants to make sure, hey, I'm here. I'm back in Tampa,
Mhm.
right? So the teammates of his who might be leaving, like a Leonard Fournette or a Rob Gronkowski, know he's
Mhm.
going to be back there.
Yeah. My whole thing with it too, I kind of thought of it this way was they haven't landed a quarterback in, like you said, all they have is Trask right now, right? So they didn't land anybody. They didn't get an Aaron Rodgers or a Russell Wilson to kind of somewhat replace what Tom Brady can do for them. You still had Jimmy G, you got Mariota, those guys, Watson, they hadn't done it yet. So my point with that being is that, do you think maybe it was something along those lines of, Arians saying, "Shit, we didn't get anybody. Maybe Tom will come back for one more year. I think Trask could be good in the NFL. I think with Tom Brady being there, I think he's a big quarterback, big, tall, strong arm. I watched him at Florida, obviously, and yeah, I think he could be good. But I'm wondering if that had any effect of why he's coming back too. I think a lot of it is he doesn't want to be done, and
No,
Giselle's like, go play, get you
she's like,
another
you took
season in.
time. Go
You
go
go,
go
yeah,
play now.
yeah,
I mean, I don't think there's anything Arians could have done to convince him to come back if he hadn't wanted to. I don't
right,
think it was an Arians phone call out.
yeah,
I think Brady just decided he's coming back, and Brady's under contract.
yeah.
He's still under contract with the Bucs. I differ with you on one thing. I think Kyle Trask is hot garbage. You want to clip this thing up? You can put that one in. I think he's hot garbage. I don't. I think there was no way they were trotting him out there on opening day.
Oh, I'm not saying they were going
There
to.
was no way. I mean, and yeah, I'm in agreement. I think the other part too with Brady is that he's always been the one quarterback who he's like he loves the grind, like the stuff that people don't like to
Hmm.
do, like OTAs, training camp. He loves all of
Yeah,
that.
he does.
And part of me just sits there and goes, does he want his hurrah? Like Jeter had it,
Yeah.
Peyton had it. Like everyone kind of knew Favre had it. Everyone
Hmm.
kind of knew, hey, these are their final seasons. Does he want one more stab at it? I mean, I think he wants one more stab at the ring.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was. I'm to say I'm shocked. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel like I'd put it at like a 3. Just because I think everybody thought he was probably not done. I think I'm more surprised at the timing of it,
Yeah.
how early it is in the offseason. But I mean, it's Tom Brady, man. He's gonna play till he's 50 if he could.
I think you're right too. I think you don't have to try to convince Tom Brady to play. If he wants to play, he's going to play. If he's not, he's not. And I, if he was truly done, like for instance, this season, if he's going to be done after this year, he's going to say it. You know what I mean? He's going to be like this, or he needs to like, this is my last year. Kobe did it. All those guys that were entering their last season at their sport kind of said, "Hey, this is it. After this, I'm done."
Yeah.
And you never got that vibe last year. You always got the "we'll see what happens" kind of answer from him. So again, my shock value is not a 3. It's more like a 5. I mean, it's not like oh my god, but it was when I saw the tweet. I immediately texted you and I was like, we need to say something about this because it's Tom Brady. So what do you think this does to other free agents now? Do you think any of those other free agent quarterbacks that might have been slated towards them are,
Well, I mean, part of it is if you're
I only
asking me
heard Jimmy G. Did you hear
like putting
Deshaun
my
Watson? Did you hear
I had
Deshaun
heard
Watson?
Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
I had heard Jimmy G, but also I had like that was a tough one there because it's not that Tom dislikes Jimmy G. I think that would be a weird move for them. And if you're Jimmy G, do you want to go and follow Tom down there? So they're talking about with Aaron Rodgers too. So I think what I will say is that you still have like a Jimmy G on the trade market, right? You still have like a
Mhm.
Gardner Minshew who's kind of floated and named out there. And then you got like a handful of free agents like Trubisky and Mariota. Uh, I don't know if any of them were slated to really go there. But as far as like a team like my Colts who are looking for a quarterback, it eliminates one other quarterback needy team, which does two different things, which is open for those quarterback needy teams. It opens up where it's one less person to compete with in free agency for the money, and
Yeah.
it's one less person to compete with trying to put together a package
Right.
to maybe make a trade. So I think it alters that a little bit with the market, and everyone's obsessed with Deshaun Watson right now.
Yeah.
We talked
Everybody.
about it on Thursday or on
Yeah.
Friday,
Yeah.
but everyone's kind of obsessed with that. I think the funny thing for me, to be honest, is I don't think it makes them the favorite in the NFC. I'm kind of surprised their odds jumped that high. I think there's a handful of pretty good teams. Uh, I'm not shocked that that went up. It should go up because you're going
Yeah.
from Kyle Trask being the starter to Tom Brady,
Yeah.
but they're not my favorite in the NFC just because he's back.
I wouldn't say that either. Yeah.
And it's
I would
really
agree.
early too. It's really
Yeah.
early. There's no free agency, no draft. We don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. Here's a hot take for you: if they draft a quarterback,
I was just gonna say that.
an early
Honestly,
round quarterback.
I was honestly gonna say that. I was gonna say if there's somebody good enough that they think that can lead that franchise in the years coming, that is good enough to pick where they're picking this year, then possibly a chance that they draft a quarterback, let him
Mhm.
sit. He sits for a year under Tom Brady, and boom, there you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me in the least.
It wouldn't me either. I honestly don't think they're going to go after anybody in free agency now. Obviously, that Tom Brady's there. I mean, if he gets hurt, unfortunately, it'll be Trask to have to do something. But I honestly think what they're going to, it would not be surprising if they draft somebody this season. So, I don't know, man. I was just like, man, we got to come on here and say something and kind of talk about the GOAT.
Yes.
And I too don't think I don't know why those odds jumped that much. I mean, I get it. It's Tom Brady, but he's also 45, bro.
Well, a key factor too, they've lost
Yeah.
I think 2 of their 5 starters on their O-line too. So I think it's somewhere around there. They had
You
one
still
retirement.
got Fournette out there. That's had it.
He'll come back.
Probably
He'll come
will,
back
yeah.
now.
Gronk coming back.
Gronk will definitely. Gronk doesn't want to play with anybody but Brady.
So that's it, man. I don't know. You got anything else to add? We just kind of wanted to come on here and spitfire a little bit about Tom. So
no. I don't have anything else. I mean,
we got some
else.
other stuff. We got some other stuff we're going to talk about.
Tuesday will be a lot of fun.
Tuesday's going to be a lot of fun.
Keep it out for Tuesday, because obviously legal tampering opens up tomorrow around like noon. It's going to be crazy.
Got March Madness. You
got March Madness. You got the brackets going down.
Congratulations to both of Steven's teams. They made the tournament. I didn't see what Indiana got. What seed did Indiana get?
Oh, I'm pissed about the Indiana one.
Was it a 13?
They got no, they got the play-in. They got a play-in. They got a 12.
A 12, but Chattanooga got a 13.
Chattanooga got a 13, and Seth Davis, who's on the broadcast for when they released it, picked them to be his Sweet 16 team coming out of that side.
Wow.
With Chattanooga. Wow. As far as Indiana, I'm pissed.
We'll get to that on Tuesday. We'll get to that.
I'm not going to rant because we're not talking about it, but 20 wins. Got to play in the play-in game. Was the top team of the last 4 hand, and yet Michigan at 17 and 14 got an 11 seed.
Yeah.
What the hell? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm very happy about my mocks. Yeah, they're definitely a team to watch. I think they got a good breakup. And really and truthfully, even with Indiana, where they're sitting at, it's a decent bracket. It's a decent draw if they can get out of the first 4 in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So congratulations to your Bama.
Yeah, we got a 6 seed. I
wanted to be wins.
Wanted to be a 5.
Okay.
But it is what it
one less win than Indiana, but got way higher.
Quad 1 wins. Anyway, take us out, brother.
Oh. All right, it's breaking news. We didn't do a lot of debates, so for the breaking news, a lot of times we will still meet at the mic and talk it out. Peace, you guys.